top 2 cryptos revealed by mainstream, and I'm going to show you proof that banks need to get their shit together. My name is Coach JV. I am the top health, mindset, and crypto coach in the world. What you believe in your heart, you think in your mind, will eventually become your words and become your reality. If you can see it in your mind, eventually you can hold it right here in your hands. What you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mind. What gets ingrained in your subconscious mind becomes an unconscious activity. And I'm going to show you today the top 2 cryptos revealed by mainstream and the acting comp controller telling banks. I'm going to read you the document that tells banks that you need to get your shit together. All right, Warriors. Just want to let you guys know, I've been letting you guys know we're raising the price of our academy next week. We launch our brand new revamped courses on Monday. DeFi, staking, how to use exchanges, nodes, gaming. As every time we get new updates, we put it into our Academy Warriors, access to my portfolio, access to my exit strategy, and most of our 120-day challenge to help you get your shit together in these times. Click the description down below. We'll get ready to rock and roll. This is so exciting, Warriors. The reason why is because the mainstream, okay? This is NASDAQ, okay? This is going out to the mainstream. NASDAQ, top 2 cryptocurrencies to buy for the long haul. Want to invest in cryptocurrencies that might actually be useful, known as utility in the crypto space? Look no further than Cardano, ADA, and Ripple XRP. While blockchain technology is still far from mainstream, these networks will help encourage its adoption with their potential use cases in decentralized applications, development, and cross-border payments. So they dig deep into Cardano, okay, and they dig deep into Ripple. What this is, Warriors, we don't know. Maybe, who knows? Maybe they have something behind the scenes with Ripple and Cardano, but the mainstream is seeing this, Warriors. Okay, so we have a Bitcoin ETF now. We got the mainstream seeing the predictive programming. We got Charles Gasparini on Fox talking about Ripple all the time and trying to break the case, right? Predictive programming, XRP, XRP, XRP. So when it hits the mainstream, Warriors, they're going to come flooding in. The utility is going to be insane because I'm going to show you exactly what's happening, Warriors. Here we go. So I like to show you facts, figures, numbers, logic, not just the news, but these are documents that I read, and this is why I'm so bullish. This is why I make my financial decisions. This is why I don't watch a bunch of YouTubers and FUD in and FUD out of the market. If the market doesn't go parabolic, I'm just holding long-term. There's nothing. I'm not a short-term investor. I'm not FUDed in. I'm not FUDed out. I'm holding. If nothing goes up from here on, I'm holding long-term, but I still believe it's going to go absolutely parabolic. Have a game plan to be ready to rock and roll. I'm setting myself up for generational wealth. Okay, this is a document from the acting comp controller, Michael J. Hoos. Remarks for the American FinTech Council, FinTech Policy Summit 2021, November 3rd, 2021. This is leveling up banking and finance. How many of you have been listening for the last 2 years? I've been telling you that banks need to get their shit together. I'm an ex-banker, 12 years in the banking system, vice president of bank, went to CBA, Consumer Banking Association, banking school, and got a certificate in banking and learned how to scale banks. That's why I'm so bullish on XRP, things like XLM, these currency game changers, Warriors, game changers. Okay, check this out. It says, I got my first paycheck in 1989 for bagging groceries at a local supermarket near my home in Columbus, Ohio. I came on a printed check. I remember riding my bike to the Huntington Bank branch around the corner to deposit. At the end of summer, I had saved enough money to buy a guitar, which would have gladly bought sooner if I had access to credit. So he starts out by saying, guys, we used to write checks. Then we had debit cards. Then we went into credit cards. But let me show you the statement. This is the acting comp controller, okay? Let's go into my favorite page 4 here, okay? Where are we at? Before we go, okay, here we go. To address them, you have to hang in here. I'm going to read this to you guys, okay? Welcome, sit down, children. Let's read. To address the problem of synthetic banking and payments and fragmented supervision of crypto, and to create an environment where responsible innovation can flourish, we need to level up We have a level up program. Banking and finance. We need to level up banking and finance. I'm using level up in both sense of the terms. That is to increase something in order to remove its disparity and to progress to the next level. We need to remove the disparity between the rights and obligations of banks and the rights and obligations of synthetic banking providers by holding SBPs to banking standards. At the same time, we need banks, fintechs, and crypto firms to step up and make the business of handling other people's money and ultra high trust endeavors where the needs of all customers are met reliable, consistently, safe, and sound in a fair way. By leveling up, we can safeguard trust money, lending, payments, and ensure the public that financial innovation and change will not hurt consumers and endanger the financial system. Before banks get too comfortable, I feel it's important to note that I am not here to defend traditional banking finance. Banks have been slow to adapt to change. Some groups, such as the underbanked communities of color, rural communities, and small businesses, have felt poorly served by the banking industry, and residual distrust from 2008 financial crisis remains. These have created opportunities for fintechs and crypto firms. While banks have improved their financial condition, risk management capabilities, and consumer practices considerably, notable gaps, mistakes, and behaviors remain. I want to be clear. It says everybody needs to level up, including banks. And I'm going to show you why I'm so bullish on Ripple, because this is the pressure they're putting on banks right now. Banks are screwed right now. So this is the pressure. This is the acting comp controller putting pressure on them to level up. Okay, I'm just going to show you this. You guys have seen all this stuff. JP Morgan is actively exploring digital asset custody and is looking for help from crypto native firms. This was back in October 27, 2020. They already have their own JPM coin. Okay, I just want you guys to understand when people are telling you crypto's a fraud, don't get flooded out, warriors. Have your own opinion, okay? U.S. Bank launches Bitcoin custody services as the institutions race to cater to crypto demands. Been telling you this is on October 5th, 2021, okay? Wells Fargo, this is on their website, on Wells Fargo's website, okay? The investment rationale for cryptocurrencies. Okay, this is crazy, man. Like read these documents. Go read this. Improved regulatory clarity is rising, and the interest in digital technologies, especially during the C word, have accompanied a wider variety of cryptocurrencies and increased market capitalization. Okay, we view digital assets as an alternative investment for qualified investors. Only they're qualified people, they're rich people, so they can make more money through a professionally managed fund. Due to the uniqueness, complexity, and continued evolution of the asset, we plan to produce a series of reports with a goal of increasing investor education and understanding for cryptocurrencies. But crypto's a fraud, but they have it on their website and they're educating their customers. You know why? Because they need to get their shit together. Evolving markets are investable assets, often introduce unique risk. Of course, that's why they're doing the Howey test with Ripple. They're bringing in a new Howey test so they can regulate cryptocurrency, so they can get their hands in the bag. Banks are behind, warriors. Banks are behind, okay? Right here, United States patent. This is Bank of America. We know they have, what is it, the most patents out of any bank. This is one of the patents right here, filed June 16th, 2014, warriors. 2014. A system compromising plurality network nodes in a network wherein the network nodes are configured to maintain blockchain. A device and signal communication with one or more networks nodes from the plurality of networks nodes. Basically, if you want to read through this document, you can see the ID number here. I think it's up here. You can just pull this up, right? Blockchains. So basically, this is to custody people's cryptocurrency back in 2014. But your banks are telling you cryptocurrency is a fraud. No wonder they shut your debit cards. It's a modern day bank run, warriors. We are the modern day bank run. And I'll leave you with this short motivational video today, warriors. I mean, we're here. We're here. All we got to do is ride these waves up, ride them down, make sure you get some profits, but also make sure you diversify outside of cryptocurrency as well, warriors. Make sure you're getting those precious metals. Make sure, you're looking at the baby boomers. They're retiring. I'm going to be buying up some companies, warriors. The biggest shift in generational wealth is not cryptocurrency. That's the biggest shift in our financial system. They can amass a large amount of wealth, but what you do with that money is more important. How do you maintain it? And most importantly, how do you grow that money? Okay. And I'll leave you with this. I mean, this wraps it all up. We know this. Ripple's liquidity hub. I talked about this before. The world's fast moving towards crypto. First future, which every company will have a strategy on how to leverage crypto. I'm going to tell you guys from a banking perspective, understanding how banks run, the biggest issue banks are going to have is getting up and running in this crypto. Like, think about that. These monster juggernauts, Bank of America, have been setting this up for a very long time. Wells Fargo invested money into a cryptocurrency firm. JP Morgan has their own blockchain technology, JPM coin. Okay. JPM coin. Jamie Dimon says Bitcoin is worthless, but I'll let my clients invest in it. They're just fudding you out of the marketplace. You guys know that. I'm preaching to the choir. If you're here, you're one of the soldiers, you're one of the warriors, you're one of the people who are rising to the top, the uncommon 1% warriors. This is time to make a decision. If you're still sitting on your hands, if you're still sitting there going, oh, this is great entertainment, this is not entertainment. This is a call to action, warriors. This is a call to action, because you're going to be one of those people, and your family's going to be one of those people like, oh, somebody came to me and introduced me to Bitcoin in 2009, man. And I had 3,000 Bitcoin. And I sold them for a piece of pizza, whatever. You hear all these stories, right? You don't want to be that person. You don't want to be the person at the party telling that story. It's really annoying. It's annoying when people tell those stories. I tell my Harmony story all the time. I had millions of Harmony, and I sold them out, got impatient. So that's when I let nobody FUD me out. And Harmony exploded. I would have been a multimillionaire just from Harmony. But I got FUDed out of the market by listening to too many people. I didn't trust my gut, sold out of my Harmony, put it into Ethereum. At that point in time was not the right decision, because I listened to a YouTuber that kept saying Ethereum was going to pump back in, this was last year. And guess what, warriors? Ethereum didn't pump, but Harmony did. And so I listened to that YouTuber because they're trying to get, clickbait and all this type of stuff. And so hopefully you guys see, I don't do a lot of clickbait stuff, whereas I just do facts, figures, numbers, logic. Sometimes, I say emergency message because it is an emergency message. You need to get your shit together, warriors. I'm just here to inform the people, to open up your mind and awareness to the possibilities for you as a human being, warriors. You cannot go into this new paradigm. You cannot go into this new financial system. You cannot go into this new way of thinking with the old paradigm subconscious mind programming. So take away the crypto part of my academy. That's exactly what we do. You take our 120-day challenge. We're going to reprogram your subconscious mind to understand that you are the present CEO of your life. There is no left. There is no right. There is no up. There is no down. It's all coming from you. It's your perception of the reality. And that's why the last 2 years has been the best time in human history for me. Most people, it's been the worst time in their life. It's been the best time in human history for me. It's all perspective, warriors. When they took my business away, I recreated the model, and I built a company that's global, over 3,500 warriors in the past 3 years, changing lives all over the world. And you can do the same thing, warriors. But this is not the time to sit on our hands. This is a time to rise. It's time to help people. It's time to bring the money back to the people. We are just trustees of this land. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Have an amazing Friday. If it's not Friday, have an amazing day. Go out there and smile at somebody, compliment somebody, and inspire somebody to be great. But most of all, inspire yourself to be great. Warriors, rise, get your shit together. Let's go. Don't forget to check out my podcast, the Coach JB Podcast, one of the top podcasts on Apple and Spotify. Let's go.